Chapter 3 in this drama continues tonight at the capacity-filled Staples Center here in downtown Los Angeles. The series is tied, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the three-time defending NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers.
Up high. That was the key to last game. They shot the ball extremely well.
And here's Kevin Garnett working on Robert Horry. And that's the way the Timberwolves began Tuesday night. The Lakers at 9 inside to Shaq, quickly drawing the double as he was the other night. Rebound by Kobe with a fresh 24, and he ties the game at 2. The Minnesota 5, Rasho Nesterovic.
Because even if they don't successfully get a basket, they want to keep the Lakers running.
Oh, Kobe Bryant with a spectacular move inside.
Well, you can see the air of confidence the Lakers have right now. First game, Kevin, everybody thought that they had fallen asleep, and now the emphasis has been placed on emotion.
Hudson just picked up a foul. Kobe Bryant with a spectacular pass inside. Caught by Robert Horry, and the first on him.
And the second foul on Rick Fox, but very quickly he raised his hand. But right there, double team, where is the weak side support? And you know, you see Nesterovic coming over there late. That is so hard right there. He was wrestling with Shaq, and he still got his left arm up to block the shot.
You can't throw an alley-oop pass to everybody. You know,
Nesterovic, John now has 6 points.
After made baskets, cooking up in their full-court defense.
And look what happened. Shaq comes all the way out to the hash mark to catch it.
Here comes Kobe Bryant. And Bryant has started the game 3 of 6. He has a Laker high 6 points. Lakers have led by as many as 6. The Timberwolves had an early 2-0 lead. Strickland to a wide open Kevin Garnett.
You know, Rod Strickland doesn't have the mobility, obviously, that he used to have, and he even looks
off the rim because he couldn't grab it, afraid of the goaltend, but they started the fast break.
Nesterovic has put in some great early minutes down there.
Timberwolves are shooting 53%, and Kevin Garnett hits again. He's got 6 points and 3 rebounds. Now 56% shooting.
Get Fisher that three-point shot.
Nesterovic is on Shaq, who tried to corkscrew his way in. They've got to push him out of his comfort zone, which I'm thinking is a little bit more in than where he took that shot right there.
And they are pushing him out of his comfort zone. That time, Kevin, he maneuvered back. Nobody attacked the dribble from the T-Wolves, which they should have.
Here's Garnett left uncovered, and that usually spells trouble. And Kevin Garnett has got 8 and picks up his first.
And Strickland playing on one leg, does a good job of penetrating. I don't know how he does it, but he just knows how to play. Does a great job of finding Garnett wide open.
Defense of the Timberwolves the other way. And he goes off to Kevin Garnett, who is only guarded by a much smaller Derek Fisher, and he exploits that. And the Timberwolves have another 2, as many as 5. Garnett leads Minnesota with 10. He's got it now as he jousts inside with Derek George and nails his 12th point tonight.
Well, Strickland is a defensive liability because of his legs, but he certainly is an asset on offense because
well, we see Garnett. He has such a size advantage in here. Strickland does a good job of getting in the ball, but he knows he can just shoot over. He can just free him up. Pargo comes over. Terrible angle on the double team, but beautiful cushion.
Into the hands of Gill. Batted away by George. Down court. Buckle up for Kobe Bryant.
I'll tell you, the crowd in L.A. here is about 1/10 of the decibel by picking him up full court. Make the guard go back to the ball.
But it's dangerous on missed baskets and stolen balls.
Kobe Bryant has 8 points and puts on a show here in Hollywood. The Lakers to within 2 at the sold-out Staples Center.
Remember when Shaq is in the game because this man is just sitting in front of Shaq's stomach.
Shaq diving inside the lane. Shaq has 5. Fisher leads the Lakers with 11 as Pargo finds the double team Shaq.
And I know it's not in the game plan, Coach, to double Shaq. I think they were just confused as they were in rotation. And that time they doubled Shaq, and again, the confusion because nobody picked up Madsen cutting to the basket.
Brian Shaw just picked up a foul.
But I like they got the ball to Shaq early. Now the defense isn't set completely, and there's some confusion. Beautiful. And this time, there's all sorts of confusion on the cutters. Nobody there to double team Shaq. Nobody knows whose responsibility it is. 4 free throws for the Timberwolves up to this point. That fits right into Phil's game plan and Justin.
Triple team. Shaq just toys with him inside.
Well, it's foolish because Hudson came over to trap him.
George has 5 rebounds tonight. It's Kobe Bryant, 4 of 9, 8 points. And launching at 2. And nails it. And brings the Lakers to within 2.
not a part of the game, too. This is where Minnesota opened it up in game 2.
Rejected by Shaquille O'Neal.
And good job of flopping again, but good job right here. Shaq coming from the weak side. Got a little dark up there for Mr. Hudson.
Well, Mr. Hudson should have looked to penetrate. Y'all want to see him get a chance to see.
Here comes Hudson. Garnett over Ori. And Kevin Garnett with the game-high 14 points in 18 minutes.
That's his first back.
Goaltending by Nesterovich, but an offensive rebound by Ori. Again into Shaq. He's going to start getting mad here in just a second. Doubled. Straight with Timberwolves defenders, and he throws down a jackhammer. On the goaltend on Shaq. Hudson's got 12.
Right there, he misses an easy shot right there. They keep it alive. Robert Ori again keeps it alive, but right here comes a double team. Kevin, that's a terrible trap by Garnett. Of course, he's so...
Nesterovich, Hudson, and Kevin Garnett. And Garnett in that first half at 14. Nice fake on Robert Ori, and Kevin's got a game-high 16 points.
It's like he does.
Los Angeles, ahead he goes to Kevin Garnett. Poked away, picked up by Peeler, recovered. Garnett, uncontested inside.
Well, the Lakers are turning around looking at the officials. See, this is the way the Lakers played during the regular season. That push-button motivational mentality. You hadn't seen this so far in the playoffs.
That'll work. Shaq gets 2 and a foul. And they call it in. This series is tied at 1 apiece. But the Timberwolves are making a move, as is Kevin Garnett, who's gone 2 of 2 to start the second half. 20 points for KG.
I thought Fisher would attack his dribble that time. He didn't attack his dribble, nor did he stay out on his own man.
Bryant down the lane, spoon feeds O'Neal.
Well, yeah, and the shooting percentage. I mean, he still continues to take bad shots if his shoulder is hurting.
Wow! Kevin Garnett has gone 11 of 7
to bring the ball up the court.
But Kevin Garnett has been a one-man wrecking crew inside and out, with one dazzling move after another, exploiting the defense of Robert Ori and the entire Los Angeles Lakers. It's Minnesota.
Neutralize Shaq and Kobe.
Lakers +2 in rebounding. Kobe Bryant makes his way inside.
And just what the doctor ordered, because that kind of move.
Times you can't get it. And Peeler is off to the races for the Timberwolves, shooting 54%. Kevin Garnett fouled and hits the 2. Wow. He gives you one jaw-dropping move after another. 24 points in the game for Garnett, and 10 have come in here in an electrifying third-quarter performance.
And a good call by the official. Fisher hit his arm on the way up. You can see it from the angle I'm sitting at right here. And, you know, Shaq gets hit like that every time. I mean, by somebody, but he's so big and strong, they don't call those.
I'm glad to see you admit that.
He delivers more abuse, but he takes a lot, too.
That's Kevin Garnett's first free throw attempt.
They just have to hope Minnesota starts missing so they can have some opportunities in the open court.
Mark Jackson's not missing, now guarded by Newly, and met by 3 defending Timberwolves the other way.
Well, that's respect for what he's capable of doing when he's not hurt, but obviously he's struggling to get inside.
Manson sends a screen, and Fisher hits. The Lakers are +2 in rebounding. A little shake and bake by Kobe Bryant. Posting in for 2. What a play by Kobe Bryant.
All right, this is where you got to keep your poise. Championship basketball.
Called on Rod Strickland. Or do they put it on Jackson?
And this is Kobe shaking and baking. This is one of the first times that you've seen him in this game get loose like this and really do this yo-yo move. He's been very conservative in protecting his arm.
And Madsen does a good job right here. Jackson, he does a good job of staying in front of him. Jackson just leans in, tries to get the call, fouls Madsen after the shot. Good call by the official.
Jackson picks up the foul.
He's not being effective.
Peeler just picked up his 4th foul. Kobe Bryant. And Kobe scores for the first time in a long time. He's got 20 points.
He just can't stay in front of him.
He's not smart enough, or experienced enough, I should say.
Inside the Shaq, double team. He pulls the trigger, and somehow, some way, it goes in. He's got 16. And they had him covered inside.
Again, Minnesota's got to be careful. Good defense, though. Garnett comes over. Perfect trap right there. Not a lot of room to get that shot off. That's a miracle shot. They don't have a problem if he doesn't make the shot and he goes to the free throw line on that kind of play.
Garnett's got 3 fouls, and Shaq completes the free throws on a 12-4 run to start the 4th quarter. Garnett triple team. Wide open. open. Hudson for three. Good! Troy Hudson buries a triple, and he's got 19 for the game.
To keep doing, they got to anticipate this kind of run, but they got to keep scoring.
Shaq. And O'Neal's warming up with 19 himself.
I tell you, Minnesota's got
10 on the perimeter. Into Shaq. Over to Starovich.
Where's the double team? Don't leave the game plan now.
Works. Shaquille O'Neal is coming back. And with his plan, we open the broadcast by saying when the Lakers are in trouble, they go inside to Shaquille O'Neal. And they've done it again tonight.
And that's a key point, Kevin, too, because it doesn't matter about the quantity. It's the quality of baskets that he's making in this ball game.
Wheeler picked up by Kobe. Garnett. And this is for the lead. And Kevin Garnett, who had missed so many shots, has his first field goal. It's Garnett again with the game-high 27. Working on George. Corkscrews up, and he has two more. And Minnesota leads by 4.
Two big buckets right there by Kevin Garnett.
Kobe's upset that a travel wasn't called. Kevin Garnett over Orr. Garnett does it again. Kevin Garnett's got a game-high 31.
Can you believe they're not running a guy?
Garnett. 5-point game, half minute to play. Here comes Kobe Bryant. Right down the lane with the jam.
Still a one-possession game. They don't have to foul right now. There's a 3.5. It's got to be so nerve-wracking sitting in the stands, not having any control over what happens right here.
There's Kobe Bryant around the defending. An incredible shot by Kobe Bryant. Can you believe it? It's a 2-point game, and he's going to the free throw line.
They said there's a lot of time left in this game. A lot of things can happen. Don't leave your feet. I don't see any contact.
How did he have the courage to take that shot? Unbelievable. Off balance and an off night. And he brings the Lakers to within 2 with an improbable hit.
And no negative thoughts right now for Minnesota. You still have the lead. Make sure you get the rebound if he misses. You got great free throw shooters. You're still in control of this game with 17 seconds. That is a drum.
For the series lead. Overtime.
Why is the ball not in Kevin Garnett's hands, causing a double team? I didn't like the fact that there was no communication going on during the free throw. The whole
Pressure by Minnesota by the Lakers. And the long pass. Pargo fires it inside the shot.
great play by Pargo right there. They're not respecting or honoring his three-point shot.
And that's the dagger right there. It's a 4-point Minnesota lead. And Shaq rebounded by Gill, and Minnesota has just authored their most important win in franchise history. And they've won 2 straight over the defending champion Los Angeles Lakers to take a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 Western Conference first-round series. And they regain home court advantage in the series with Los Angeles.
And that's extremely significant in this. Next game will indeed be crucial.
Let's go over to Craig Sager with our Gatorade Player of the Game.
Well, Kevin, a picture's worth 1,000 words. We saw the anguish on your face, but in your words, what was going through your mind after you picked up the foul and sitting there in the overtime?
You know, I tell you what, yeah, I didn't even know I had 5 fouls. It was so crazy. I came to the side. They called the 6. I was like, oh, my God, I can't even believe this. And on top of it, I thought it was a flop. You know, I didn't even touch him. You know, I know how to foul, but it don't matter. We 2-1 right now. Charles, we 2-1 right now. You know what that means. We 2-1 right now, Charles. What up, Kenny?
The belief in your teammates, particularly the job Anthony Peeler did. Anthony, we talked about your defensive stopper on Kobe in Game 2. There's a time in this game, Kevin's gone. Danny Ainge says, I look for Anthony Peeler to step up. What did you decide you had to do?
Once the big ticket went out, I knew I was the oldest one now on the team left on the court, and I just had to play through him. I know he wasn't out there, but I just had his energy, and that's the main thing that I had to go out there and prove to everybody.
I was carrying this around.
Yo, we like your suit, man. We like
Wheeler
your
wants
suit.
to beat former team. What do you think the headlines will read tomorrow?
It's all about us. We just got to keep bringing energy. It's not over yet, but we got to make sure we keep bringing energy.
We asked you earlier, you lose the first game. People say nobody believes they can win. They said not even your mothers and not even your fathers. What was the belief here tonight when you guys fell behind in that fourth quarter? You had not scored in 14 minutes. Suddenly 8 points down the stretch.
It doesn't matter. You know, it's what you do in the fourth quarter. And yeah, I missed some shots, but we're like you in this suit right now, your outfit. We got so much belief in ourselves that it doesn't matter what nobody else thinks. We're coming out showing it.
You don't listen to Charles at all, do you? He makes fun of my clothes, too.
Nah, Charles my man, but he know how I go.
All right, congratulations, guys. Let's go back to Kevin.
Spectacular win. The Timberwolves beat the defending champion Lakers 114-110 in overtime. And that is going to shock the NBA world when they wake up tomorrow with Minnesota on top 2-1 over the Lakers. Game 4 Sunday on ABC. It was that shot by Kobe Bryant that took it to overtime. Garnett fouls out, as did Fisher. But Minnesota comes back to win it by 4 in OT. Our producer, Mike Burks, our director, Lonnie Dale. Special thanks to Pat Thornton. Now for Craig Sager, Danny Ainge, and John Thompson, Kevin Harlan saying so long as we send you to Atlanta.